Whoa, what? What?
This will do. Let me go upstairs and getting something. No, because they're going to be concerned. Oh my gosh, what did I do?
Oh, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna beat them. Yes, sir. I'm already winning. Like, they're literally garbage.
You're streaming on whatever.
Yes, I'm streaming on YouTube. Huh.
Who's watching?
Nobody, because I'm alone and sad.
Yeah, that sucks to be you. When he's alone, he streams.
Yeah, I just...
I think you dream. No. But it's satisfying. No, Valentina, they're going to become underwear. So now I have to wear something around me. He's wearing my unicorn, blanket.
Where did that blanket to school?
Dead. She left me dead. No. This is literally my legs. Okay, do you want to see her legs? I actually don't.
No, I prefer not to.
And then this side is kind
Come on, let me catch this pigeon. Watch me catch a pigeon in this game.
I'm gonna cut this off. Let me cut this. Okay, she's cutting her,
Watch me catch a pigeon.
good job, you're on pause, so I can't.
Why can't you just watch me? I'm so sad at this stream.
Yeah, I definitely can't change my leggings. Make something sweatpants. It matches with the blue. Jane, we have a problem.
What happened?
There's literally a whole huge cut/slit in her leggings. No, not a slit. They're actually broken apart. No, I know, but this is a slit. That's a slit.
That looks weird.
Realize that. One blue airplane.
Bugs Bunny is so cool.
Get up, I need to see yours. Oh, your thighs are fatter. I'm just kidding, I'm still taller. And yeah, when you sit down, it gives it more pressure. See, Olivia, if you like, pretend you're Olivia, though. Yeah. The stairs, and now pretend you're getting a puppet. Ready? Oh yeah, I remember that thing Olivia did. I'm perfect with you. Ready? Oh yeah. Wait, can I tell you what we were doing in town? Yeah. When they started doing it, I didn't even notice.
Coffee,
Love it.
sugar, jet fuel,
Yeah. And I'm guessing we're gonna do her ab workout.
Gotcha.
Hey.
Got him.
So, are you excited? No.
She's pretty spicy.
Jane.
What?
Jane.
What?
We said your name.
Oh, yeah?
Valentina's pants are personally not even pants anymore. This is my pants. They aren't pants.
I feel very uncomfortable looking at those pants. I would rather not see them.
Why? It's literally just this.
It looks weird.
Ow.
Ripped pants. I hate ripped pants.
Not my problem. You're just weird.
Okay.
I'm bringing our topic to the store. Of course you are. You like it, okay? Yes. I like the noise it makes.
Wait, what?
Jane, how's it going playing the Spider-Man game?
Good, but I'm still all alone inside of my stream.
No, I don't care. What? Do you have any subscribers?
Yes, 13.
Good job.
Yeah, see, I'm so cool. Oh,
You'll
okay.
find this at the train yard where you pull the trains for the puzzle. On the roof just by it, you can find the invisible purge. And you know what? The most surprising thing about this glitch is it wasn't found by me. It was actually found by my son, Elliot. And you know what? That wasn't his only discovery. He also found an invisible platform that you can kind of stand on. Although we don't really know why this happened, but he is
The bad news is, the gang is using them to plan a series of break-ins.
Hold on.
Her phone died, right?
Check my phone. Oh, well, we gotta charge his phone. Valentina's phone died, so
Yep,
now we are
I know
calling
where the
my
gang's
phone.
gonna be. The Bugle.
Watch my stream.
Come out and keep your pigeons safe.
Why? I don't even know your YouTube account.
It's Shane_the1.
Time to save the Daily Bugle from a break.
Okay.
MJ will be proud.
Okay, now it's getting. Oh, join us so you don't have to be lonely.
Yay.
Shane_what?
The 1. No capital the. No capital T.
Okay. Now it's getting. Oh, join us so you don't have to be lonely. Shane_what?
Shane, how's it going? Things to spray your rain game?
The 1. No capital T.
Shane_what?
No capital T. It says live stream?
Yes.
Oh, okay, well.
And live chat.
Wait.
I liked it for you. You're welcome. He has now 15 subscribers if you consider it his game. Look how fun this is. Yeah. Try to bring your pants as much as you can. That's my fun. No, I'm not the side because they're going to get even warmer than yours.
Practicality? No, but definitely creativity.
Good job, Shane.
See, they can't see me. I'm so cool.
Why?
Fat guy. I'm killing the fat guy first. I'm sorry.
Feel Olivia. Like, if you don't hear this, then you're such a non-translator. We're talking about a girl named Olivia and how she only...
Oh, gosh. Oh, wow. You're actually watching.
Her story. How I know her. So basically, she was 2 top, so she's only like 11, not even yet. No, actually she is almost 12.
Decoy. Decoy.
And she steals her sister's clothes. She only listens to country music.
Country music is not even that bad.
Oh, okay, then we don't like you, Shane.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
What did he say? Country music is good.
No, I said it isn't that bad. I didn't say it was.
It isn't that bad, but it's just, I don't like you. It isn't that bad, but it's still bad. It's horrible.
Yeah, it is, but it's not that bad.
They're like, stray, baby, why don't you stray? Sorry, let's hear him sing.
I'm bullying these terrorists. Because they're just like trying to rob a store and they're not even getting what they want. I'm just webbing them. Look, poor him. I don't know why he...
Grab your pop. By the way, it's actually
He's wearing glasses. Kind of cool. Actually, wait, can I?
So Shane, I'm still on your live, but I'm gonna have to go bye soon.
No.
There's. It's fine though. No one's gonna care.
Oh yeah, okay.
So yeah, Shane, I'm gonna have to go see from your live.
Why?
Because we're leaving.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
So did Target.
Mommy, 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 no, mommy, no,
I need to win. Well, Shane, we have to go.
Okay. Bye.
At least you got a new subscriber, that's me.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Have fun on your live.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Good meeting you, Howard.
Following in my footsteps. Now please leave your "he is the son of a glitch" comments in the comments section. Thank you. Now let's talk about one of my favorite kinds of glitches in modern games, and that's cutscene glitches. And even this amazing next-gen game cannot escape these kinds of glitches. Quite a common glitch that seems to be occurring during cutscenes is the absence of dialogue, making some conversations pretty one-sided.
So on my last inventory check, we had a couple hundred missing. I don't know. But today we're supposed to have 2 trucks out making pickups. But our GPS transponders say there are 3. Something's up.
Well, this is awkward. What do you think about this, Genki? Yeah, I figured as much. In this cutscene with Haley, for some reason unbeknownst to anybody else, Spider-Man doesn't have a head. That's right, Miles. Just act completely normal. Maybe she won't notice. Why does he look like an action figure that somebody tore the head off? Oh, no, wait, never mind. His head's back now. So wait, I'm confused. Why was it gone in the first place? I mean, it's not like they changed model or anything, so the head should never have gone anywhere anyway. This game is so weird sometimes. I guess the logical extreme of this is having no head to just being a head floating around. At the beginning of a side mission where you help out Feast, there's a costume change where Miles gets into his regular clothes, and this sometimes triggers this glitch where For some reason, he's just a floating head before his model actually pops into view. Sadly, it's triggered completely randomly, and I have no idea what causes it, but hey, I guess that's the nature of glitches, right? And then we have this absolutely spectacular glitchy cutscene where everything just failed. Animations just stop working, the lighting is wrong, models don't load in correctly. It is just such a glitchy mess. All to top it off, when it transitions into gameplay, you just fall through the ground and eventually die. What a sight to behold.
You're really giving this some thought, huh?
Yeah, I have to win this battle.
Okay, well, maybe I can help. What's going on?
Okay, so I'm facing off against an enemy Ultron.
Ouch. Yeah, Ultron is super tough. He's all about buffing his...
The act of transitioning from gameplay to cutscene and back into gameplay again sometimes has some very weird glitchy results in this game. And none of these glitches are more prominent than the spider lamp glitch, or sometimes called the spider brick glitch. Where Miles just somehow transforms into an object in the world. Now, there's a good chance this has all been patched by now, but the most common place for this glitch to occur was in the side mission, Robbers Target Local Biz, where once it was all said and done and it transitioned from gameplay into cutscene, sometimes, for some reason, Miles would turn into a lamp or a trolley or a cube or just some random object that's near him. Sometimes he'll even just be invisible and swinging around New York. And it seems the longer this glitch goes on while you're playing the game, the weirder it gets. Sometimes you'll transform into entire patches of floor. One of the most surprising things is the game actually functions quite normally despite this glitch. For instance, you can fight enemies as whatever the heck this is, and it just kind of works, which is so bizarre. What am I even looking at right now? Man, you really have to give it to Insomniac Games, creating brand new DLC before Nintendo where you can play as a Mario pipe. Ah, my favorite superhero, Default Cube. Honestly, I wish I knew what triggered this glitch. I'd be doing it all the time, but it just seems kind of random. I tried so hard to trigger this glitch on the version 1.0 of the game and just no dice. It happens when it wants to happen, unless it's been patched out, in which case it will never happen. There's a bridge in New York that Miles unintentionally destroys, and if you revisit this part of the map, some very strange things can occur. For instance, much later in the game, it's actually possible to traverse this huge gap in the bridge and make it to the other side, which is still relatively intact. However, I don't think the developers ever intended anybody to reach this side for two reasons. Reason one, the further you go down the bridge, the more likely it is you'll actually fall through it because it's not solid. And two, if you zip to some of the lampposts hanging over the bridge, this will happen. I'm going to hazard a guess and say the devs never intended you to be here, and also, what is going on? FYI, you're actually stuck like this. The only way out is to hit to the map and fast travel somewhere. I guess we found Spider-Man's true weakness, broken game mechanics. Have you ever looked at the trains going around New York and thought to yourself, I really want to know what Spider-Man looks like inside this train? No? I mean, it's not a common thought. But if you have ever thought that, there's actually a way to get Spider-Man inside these things. What you need to do is get Miles in between these two trains like this, and when the train starts moving, it'll actually nudge Miles inside the train, and now you can ride the subway's most empty train ever as Spider-Man. Lucky you. Also, for some reason, the carpet inside the train is magic and moves locally to the world and not the train. Look, it's like we're on a conveyor belt. This is a glitch inside a glitch. It's glitchception. Oh, but the fun doesn't end there. If you stand on top of the train and stand in the gap between carriages, you can sometimes get this to happen, which is a very novel way of traveling around. You know what we're really missing from this episode? A T or an A pose glitch. Don't worry though, I got you covered. There's a mission much later in the game where you have to solve a puzzle using Miles' electrified webs. And it turns out that if you hang from the ceiling and connect these 2 points up, Miles will enter his default A pose and just be suspended in the air. Now you are still able to move around, mainly up and down the web, but the funniest thing that you can do is if you shoot webs, it will kind of look like Miles is waving. Hey, look up here, it's me, Spider-Man. I'm stuck. Send help. Actually, don't worry, I'm okay. I just invented the spider spider wave, and once you've had your fun with that, you can actually return to the ceiling and things will be back to normal. Just with less waving. Some people reported that the game would crash on them during cutscenes and load them into Miles' apartment whilst he's wearing his Spider-Man suit, which means you could use all of Spider-Man's powers whilst inside,
Wait,
which
what?
is not something you're usually able to do. And yes, as you'd expect, this means you could climb the walls, and sometimes this would lead to some unintentional out-of-bounds moments. On the flip side of this glitch is people replaying missions where Miles is in his regular clothes would sometimes abandon those missions, and this would sometimes prompt the game to incorrectly load Miles' regular clothes model into the game world, and you could just play as Miles. Not Spider-Man, just Miles. This is pretty cool in a way because you get to be Miles Morales with all Spider-Man's powers, and everything still kind of works normally. Although, unfortunately, this glitch either has or undoubtedly will be patched. Now, to round off this episode, why don't we check out a very random glitch where Miles gets completely destroyed. In this clip, we can see Miles inside his apartment next to the fridge, and in photo mode, for some reason, this one time, Miles' model is completely distorted. Now, I went back into the very first version of the game and tried to figure this glitch out, but I really couldn't get it to trigger, and I was so sad because I wanted to see it for myself. But it seems to me that huge groups of vertices within Miles' model are being dragged along a certain axis and making it very distorted. I mean, this is both very comical and also... Among Us, the incredibly popular sleeper hit of 2020 that came out 2 years ago and nobody cared about it. But now, apparently, everybody cares about it, and it's got a couple of glitches, so we're gonna talk about it. You know the only thing more deadly than an imposter? That's right, it's an invisible imposter. And in order to have an invisible imposter, what you need to do is play free play mode, and then once you're inside one of these maps, go to the laptop and then choose that you want to become the imposter. Next, you want to sabotage any area of the map, and this will begin a countdown. And once this starts, you want to stand on top of a vent and wait for the countdown to drop between 1 and 0 seconds. And when this happens, jump inside the vent and move in any direction. And now, if you've managed to pull off all these steps correctly, you'll be invisible. This is a pretty cool glitch because you're able to completely move around the map, but you just won't be seen. It's important to know that from what I can tell, jumping into a vent and then leaving another vent will actually reset things back to normal, effectively ending this glitch. And the same thing is true of doing tasks or killing other players. It'll end the glitch, and once again, you'll become visible. Well, it was fun while it lasted. And that guy, well, he didn't see it coming. Now, you're probably asking yourself, can I do this in a real online match? And the answer is, yeah. You can. However, it's a little bit trickier than doing it in free play. What you need to do is be an imposter and then vent as soon as somebody calls an emergency meeting or a body is found. If you time this just right, what will happen is the meeting will end and then you'll be invisible to everybody else on the map. You'll be able to see you, but nobody else will. The only time they will see you is when you've already killed. You didn't see that coming, did you? Oh, wait. All in all, this is a pretty fun glitch, and if you've got a couple of friends that will help you get the timing down, you can pull it off pretty easily. Okay, moving on to something slightly different now, and there's an oversight in the game where you can actually move before gameplay starts. When the game announces your role, whether it be imposter or crewmate, you can actually begin moving up, down, left, or right to the point where when the game actually starts, you'll see that you've teleported basically halfway across the map sometimes, depending, of course, if you kind of blindly know where you're going. If you're the imposter, this has the added benefit of being able to get away from the rest of the players without being noticed and hide away somewhere waiting for somebody to come by. Or if you're just a crewmate, it may get you to a task you have to perform a lot sooner than you expected. Honestly, it's only about a 2-second window of movement, and you're most likely going to get stuck on a wall or a chair or something, so it's not a huge tactical advantage or anything. Still, it's a very cool oversight. Let's move on to tasks now, and there's a strange glitch in the upper engine align engine output task. Now to finish this task, usually you have to align this arrow on the right side with the dotted line so everything turns green, and you have to do this with the top engine and the bottom engine. However, if you grab this arrow and align it correctly and then click it 3 times, this will actually end both tasks at the same time. You'll notice that it says upper engine align engine output 0 out of 2, meaning I have to do this task twice. But if I do this correctly, it will now say 2 out of 2, meaning I did both tasks even though I only did one half of it. This is super weird, but very handy if you're trying to do this task without getting while you're doing it. Staying on the subject of tasks, there are some tasks in the game that can be completed while you're on the other side of the away from that task, which otherwise wouldn't be possible. This isn't anything super broken, it's just the trigger zones for the actual tasks are maybe a bit bigger than they should be. But it can be very useful to avoid some of these situational kills that have tasks that are in corners or places that you wouldn't otherwise be able to escape. Hey, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, it really helps. If we're talking about things that can go through walls in this game, now's a very good time to talk about the pets that follow you around and how they can sometimes get stuck in walls. With your pet in tow, if you just run up against a wall like this, they'll sometimes kind of clip into the corner, and now they're actually inside the wall. If you get too far away from them, they'll clip back inbounds, but if you kind of like trace the outline of the wall, they'll follow you as if trying to get out. And you can actually kind of get around a fair portion of the map like this, but eventually you will get too far away and they'll clip back in bounds. Man, why does this thing being inside the wall make me feel sorry for it somehow? Oh, well, it could be worse. At least this little guy is not a witness to my brutal killing. Nuts. Here's a very interesting glitch to do with the medbay. In order to even do this glitch, you need the medbay submit scan task. Now all you have to do is use the medbay and then exit out of it and basically spam use and exit very quickly. I did this on PC by pressing spacebar and escape and doing this rapidly, and basically what will happen is if this glitch is triggered, it will continue to play the medbay animation, but you're able to walk away from the actual medbay station. Now this glitch is highly dependent on your ping, which is the number you can see in the top right hand corner. And basically, the higher that number, the easier this glitch is to pull off. And you can get a different ping by going to different servers, whether it be North American, Europe, or Asia. And choosing one of these servers is bound to have a higher ping, which will make this glitch a lot easier. So now you actually have the glitch triggered, you can walk around the map while the animation continues to play. And the benefit of this is that now everybody knows that you're definitely not an imposter, because imposters don't use the medbay. And if for some reason you actually get sick of this glitch, you can go back to the medbay and then trigger a real scan, and this will end the glitch. But honestly, why would you just don't use the medbay? And if for some reason you actually get sick of this glitch, you can go benefit of this is that now one of these servers is bound to have a higher ping, which will make this glitch a lot easier. So now you actually have the glitch triggered, you can walk around the map while the animation and basically, the higher that number, the easier this glitch is to pull off. And you can get a different ping by going to different servers, whether it be North American, Europe, or Asia. And choosing one of these servers is bound to have a higher ping, which will make this glitch a lot easier. So now you actually have the glitch triggered, you can walk around the map while the animation continues to play. And the benefit of this is that now everybody knows that you're definitely not an imposter, because imposters don't use the medbay. And if for some reason you actually get sick of this glitch, you can go back to the medbay and then trigger a real scan, and this will end the glitch. But honestly, why would you want to do that? I mean, look at you. Look at the power you have. Now you're not sus anymore. Yeah, they're probably still gonna vote you out though. Here's something that's kind of strange with the costumes that you can wear on your character in this game. If you have two people standing in the same spot, one wearing a costume and one not, you'll see that the costumes are actually just image layers put on top of the characters and not actually a part of them. Now, I wouldn't necessarily call this a glitch, but it's definitely kind of weird to look at, especially when you put them like this and one dude is facing that way and the body's facing that. It's weird. It is weird. But I guess it was easier for the developers to do it this way rather than have a billion different versions of the same character wearing different things in the game. But hey, it's not like this game doesn't have other weird glitches and things that happen just randomly. Because of the nature of this game being online, sometimes things could get a little bit weird. Like the time I was randomly spawned on top of a table and I couldn't move. And then the alarm went off. I was just stuck there. This is fine. Now, funnily enough, this is something you can actually trigger purposefully in free play. What you have to do is call an emergency meeting and then get yourself voted off as an imposter, but this won't always happen straight away, and you'll find that you only have like one vote. So in order to get more votes, go to the laptop, select imposter, then deselect imposter, go back to the button, call another emergency meeting. Keep doing this until eventually you get voted off, and now you're a ghost. Now float just above the laptop, go into the laptop, choose to be imposter, which now revives your dead character, and now you'll find that you're actually stuck on the table. You'll find that you can move up and down slightly, but it's almost as if you're being pushed in by two invisible walls either side. And if you move up and down too much, you'll actually find that you're pushed back inbounds, and this will recorrect the glitch. It's nothing earth-shatteringly game-breaking, but it's pretty cool, I guess. Let's round out the episode with one of the more strange random glitches that just happens, and that is the Black Void glitch, where the game will just spawn you...
As a call to adventure. To a place where
The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. This beautiful remake of the Game Boy Classic brings with it some interesting glitches, but more importantly, some amazing speedrunning skips we'll be checking out in this episode. So strap yourselves in, boys and girls. It is going to be a wild ride. After beating the first dungeon, Tail Cave, Link is then tasked with rescuing Bow Wow, who's been dognapped by some moblins, because why not? And once you actually rescue Bow Wow, you're supposed to use him to eat these flowers to get into the second dungeon. But if we're being honest, that's kind of a big ordeal, and we'd rather just skip it. And so, wouldn't you know it, here is a skip that is aptly called Bow Wow Skip. And the setup for this skip is surprisingly very simple. Firstly, instead of wasting time talking to Madame Meow Meow, let's simply pick up the Cuckoo that's directly outside her house and take it all the way through the mysterious forest. Once you reach the other side of the mysterious forest, you'll find a clearing where you can see these like-likes. And it's these guys that we're going to use to get Link on top of a tree and glitch our way to victory. So what we need to do is lure one of these like-likes to this sign. We then need to walk Link into this corner between the sign and this tree. Link will now be facing down and to the right, but we need him facing up and to the right. So now we just simply tap up on the control stick and Link is facing in exactly the right direction. The like will now swallow Link, and here's where we need to begin mashing some buttons. They can be any buttons you choose, but you have to do this because if you don't, the like will eat Link's shield, and that's definitely not what we want. If your setup was correct, the like should now spit Link out, and he should land on top of this tree, which is obviously not something that's supposed to happen usually. Now that Link's on top of these trees, we need to start making our way to the second dungeon. And the first obstacle here is getting from this tree over this gap to the next tree. The key thing to remember here is that the tree's collision is basically box-shaped, which essentially means the walkable area of the tree actually ends here. So basically, we're walking up to the edge, pressing right and jumping. And now that we're on the other side, it's simply a case of making our way to the second dungeon by using the treetops and also walking on top of these thorny things, which gets us to the entrance of the second dungeon. And also, definitely make sure you have enough hearts to jump over these flower things, because if you take damage and die here, well, that would just be really unfortunate. And so, you safely entered Dungeon 2 and skipped rescuing Bow Wow, who will now forever be dognapped by moblins. I hope you're proud of yourself.